So now we're going to go through 3 different slides talking about the growth of trade. So the Phoenicians made a living by the sea and trading. They didn't have a lot of land that they controlled themselves, and so they couldn't provide everything that they needed, so they needed to trade. They were really good at making ships. These ships were made of strong cedar wood. They were very strong and very fast ships. We even believe that they may have been the first people to sail around the tip of Africa. And this was way before Da Gama and Diaz were able to do that with the Europeans. So they traded a lot, and they were masters of making ships that could sail on the sea. So now going on to the second slide, they controlled the trade in the Mediterranean Sea. They traded stuff like cedar, which is wood, glass, cloth, and perfume for gold and other precious metal. Those are, yeah. So it says perfume. So they traded cedar, glass, cloth, and perfume. But then they also traded gold and other precious metal as well. So that one's a little bit confusing. They were the first to discover the art of glass blowing, and they took that knowledge to other lands. That's where you heat up glass to very high temperatures, and then you're able to mold it into different artistic things. You can make bowls, you can make a lot of different decorative, but also useful things as well with this. So now let's move on to the third slide in the growth of trade. So they use stars to help them navigate the open seas. So this was them over here. This is the land of Canaan over here. But they developed colonies and different centers for trade all along here. And we're going to talk about Carthage in a little bit. That was in North Africa over here. And so they were able to go farther than a lot of other people could because they were really good at navigating. And then they also created treaties with larger countries. So they said, all right, you don't attack us, we're not going to attack you. But then they didn't have to worry so much about protecting themselves. They didn't have to build up a huge defense. They could focus on trading and not worried about protecting themselves and about fighting against other people because of all these great treaties that they had. So that's the last slide for the growth of trade.